I don't have a hook physically available for this girl as well, so I'm basically held hostage here now as well, because I have to wait for these to go down, because the bots don't take chances. Phenomenal fucking game design right here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a byproduct of catering to all the whining little bitches that exist in your game's player base, because they just want to leave as soon as the tide isn't blowing in their favour, you know? So then you get this situation where I, now, because I've won this, have to fucking sit here and wait for these timers to run out, rather than basically stopping the old coddling your player base shit and having them fucking man up. PvP gaming in 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we decided where our escape was as well. Oh, I'm invisible again. Don't complain about it, boys. Don't complain about it. Perfect, this game. Fucking perfect it is. Sabotage toolboxes. Ooh, look at this. So we've got two saboteurs. We're deciding where our escapes are. We're preventing me from hooking across the board. DS as well. More rulebook mechanics. Saboteur on the actual perks. Boil over to prevent me from hooking. Ladies and gentlemen, you get what you fucking deserve. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is why you don't put overly egregious fight back mechanics and give the weaker role complete fucking dictatorship over what happens within the game in an ASYM where I'm supposed to be the power role, but I'm having my game controlled and fucking modified for their benefit. Don't complain about it. Don't say anything about it. Nah. Great game design, this. Fucking phenomenal. This genre's never been better, ladies and gentlemen. Never been better. It's a swamp, fellas. What more do I need to say? We'll see. We are over there. Some of the birds. Okay, where are you? Never mind. It actually dropped down then, didn't you? Yeah. Let's see. Good, I'll take that. No scratch marks for some reason. Free dropping as well. Something this killer can't do anything against. I'm assuming it's Lucky Broke, but she's got no scratch marks. Might lose the game now. Let's see. There's another one. Let's finish it in the face. No, get 2 inches. It's not really going to do anything, but... Why has nobody got any scratch marks? Good surge on it as well. This building's fucking horrendous game design though as well, we just have to hope they don't abuse it. No, you're getting slugged then. Fucking dickhead mechanics. Good. Boil over as well, wants me not to hook. Probably one of the ones that cries en masse on fucking social media about slugging them, aren't you? The fuck's that? Oh no, this guy, yeah. You're gonna get stunned here. Okay, never mind. Man helped me out. I think we're still up there, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Oh damn, no hook. Don't know where she is. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be that one then. Gotta love them fight back mechanics, eh, fellas? It's exactly what you're asking for. I had no other option there. I've got somebody removing my hooks, so we slug. I don't have a hook physically available for this girl as well, so I'm basically held hostage here now as well, because I have to wait for these to go down, because the bots don't take chances. Phenomenal fucking game design right here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a byproduct of catering to all the whining little bitches that exist in your game's player base, because they just want to leave as soon as the tide isn't blowing in their favour, you know? So then you get this situation where I, now, because I've won this, have to fucking sit here and wait for these timers to run out. Rather than basically stopping the old coddling your player base shit and having them fucking man up. PvP gaming in 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Let's crack one of them open. Let's go and find the Nancy. Should have stood next to her actually, because we're just losing her. She was going through here. Fuck's sake. It's gonna be Claude that's alerting the birds. I guess she's just bleeding out then. She's crawled off, it's not my fault. Did I have a secret? Oh, we decided where our escape was as well. So she's just getting left on the ground because I don't know where she is. So it is what it is. At the end of the day. There you go. This is exactly one of the situations, fellas. Literally making the game for the fucking whining minority. I don't even know if it's a minority at this point. Fucking doesn't feel like it. There she is. Take me back to 2016 when you actually had to fucking play the game, you know? Oh, I'm invisible again. Don't complain about it, boys. Don't complain about it. Perfect, this game. Fucking perfect it is. As they decide where their escapes are. Prevent me from hooking. That's why we couldn't get an hook. Right there. Sabotage toolboxes. Ooh, look at this. So we've got two saboteurs. We're deciding where our escapes are. We're preventing me from hooking across the board. DS as well. More rulebook mechanics. Saboteur on the actual perks. Boil over to prevent me from hooking. Ladies and gentlemen, you get what you fucking deserve. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is why you don't put overly egregious fight back mechanics and give the weaker role complete fucking dictatorship over what happens within the game in an ASYM, where I'm supposed to be the power role, but I'm having my game controlled and fucking modified for their benefit. Don't complain about it. Don't say anything about it. Nah. Great game design, this. Fucking phenomenal. This genre's never been better, ladies and gentlemen. Never been better. Evolve is fucking turning in its grave at the moment, fellas. Fucking hell. There it is. I'll see you on the next one, eh? Fuck it. Do you know what? Should we play some Evolve, eh? Should I actually just deliver the context in the bluntest of forms as to why I complain so much about this game and why I'm so passionate about the genre, as I show you what we actually did have 1 year prior to this game being released. A game, I say, in inverted speech marks, you know, what you've just fucking seen. Right? So let's do it. Let's boot up Evolve. We're going to just we're going to play around with Evolve, ladies and gentlemen. I'll explain how the game works as we go through it. And obviously, you know, please take note with an open mind. Animations, atmosphere, character design, literally fucking everything that it does better than Dead by Daylight, right? Right, ladies and gents, here we are. We're going to be playing as Goliath in this one. We're on Fusion Plant against Emmett, Hank, Wasteland Maggie and Lennox for this one. We'll leave the skin as normal. We'll go in just vanilla. We'll do everything except rock throw. You get 3 ability points to spend at the beginning. We're going to briefly touch on this, because this is something I bring up whenever I play DBD, on why DBD's design philosophy of just filling the game with perks and number changes is a bad idea. This is how you do an ASYM. So you choose one perk. You can only take one of these with you into the game. There's only 9 of them. The increase base, viable, relevant stats, and that's it. So you basically just pick which part of your gameplay you want to buff, basically. So we've got armor regen, climb speed, cooldown reduction, damage resistance, feeding speed, movement speed, smell range, stamina. Stamina is your leaps or whatever your monster's specific traversal is, which is what we always take as well because it makes us pretty damn mobile. We're going to get in there. But that's how you actually design a properly ASYM, because it's just better across the board for your game health in the long run, because every new monster that's come out, you'd only have to balance them around the 9 perks and all that kind of stuff, you know, rather than it being a case of not having a fucking clue what's in your game anymore, because there's just perks everywhere. The Stage 2 revival of this game was the perfect example of that as well, because they did it there. They tried to fill it with perks and everything. Didn't work. Massively unbalanced. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I trust if those of you who are still here, if you have some standards in gaming, you'll understand what the point I'm trying to make is here, rather than just literally coming to my comments and fucking Twitter posting like the average brain-dead fucking slop consumer. So, you know, it is what it is. At the very beginning, we're going to be looking for wildlife. We have some right there. Because monsters are very weak at stage 1 in this game. We want to find wildlife, eat it, get this meter filled so we can escape the dangers of stage 1. Pay attention, fellas, to animation quality, atmosphere, all that kind of stuff, you know. Do have the damage buff, which I don't really want to... Well, I suppose we'll take it, actually. Whenever we alert birds, that's going to tell the hunters where we are. Make him extra toaster. Good. So we'll get a damage bonus. Carrying birds will tell them where I'm feeding as well, so they definitely know we're here at the moment. Get a bit more distance. Yeah, for the early game on Monster, you're just looking around for wildlife to get out of this danger zone. This is bots, as I say, so you don't have the same pathing as human players would, but usually what you do at this stage is you go for cut-offs on the monster. Try and outwit it, try and outsmart it to block it off. I am living way too close to the sun. It's fine. Emmett's attached his rockets to me. The good thing about Goldie is he does have a lot of built-in traversal with his kit itself, so... This one. We'll get a bit more distance and we'll go and grab stage 2. Low birds there, that's fine. There we go. So when we evolve, we gain size, HP, damage, and just universal upgrades. Appearances also change. You'll notice animation changes as well. We do get 3 additional points. We'll do Rock, Leap, and Fire. because this game doesn't like recycle animations. You know, every vaguely male humanoid doesn't walk the same as Evan McMillan. You know, there's actual character design in the characters and the monsters in this game. We're just going to get ourselves topped up and then we'll get back in there. We'll get into a fight. They're actually quite close. Bit spooky, but a bit of distance, it's fine. Try and add all these into the meter. And leap in. So we're now at stage 2, which means the game is a 50-50. We do potentially need to target Hank, but he appears to be outpositioned at the moment. Just outpositioned there from me, that's not great. So Maggie is the one that's put this big blue shield around us, which prohibits, I should say, us going anywhere else until we down her, as you've just seen. Animations on downs as well. If you basic attack a hunter on the last bit of health, you'll get a little grab animation. Every monster has a unique one. It's all flair, all makes the game feel joyful to play, you know. So we're now taking red bar damage, which is very dangerous, because you can't actually heal this back. Bar evolving, and we only get 2 of them a game, so we're going to back out here now. You'll notice how fluid animations are as well. There's directional based attack animations on all the monsters, whichever way you're facing to the hunter you're actually attacking. There's a stylized character accurate animation for the whichever way the hunter's attacking. Just going to get a bit more armor, we're not going to go straight for the evolve here. Do have it sorted out though if things do take a south turn. No. Quite a lot, no, it's fine. We will go for Hank here because this is a very good place for Hank to be because he's got a lot of ledges to hide on, so. That right there is a assault bot jumping in the way of my rock to shield Hank. Because the bots in this game also have intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. So, it is what it is. Go for the medic in this instance, we can dick around a little bit, we've got a bit of HP to play with. We don't want to be too ballsy here though, because Emmett is very eye sustain. Don't think Hank is in position, he isn't. I can 2-strike Hank, I'll be very happy here, but we are spending real HP here for this, which is a bit silly, but just tag him, good. Just before the support drone gets in, we'll get out again. What we can do is go for a 1 more here, I think. Let's drop damage anyway, so we'll just take that. You can only have 1 buff at a time as well on the wildlife. Keep things balanced. You stop all the jumping forward now. So these two both have 2 strikes now, which is what you play for on the monster because they don't get an in-cap phase now. So he is dead. Gets put on the respawn timer. We will go for Maggie, so we can get out of this dome. Emmett is going to try and revive everybody here, which is what his beacon is. So we have to go and destroy that. Spending HP to do so, but this does bring Hank back. I hope that kills it. DOT it. It doesn't DOT it. Shit. That's fine. I want to get out before we get domed because we're getting really low on HP now. So we'll go and grab stage 3 just to get some of this HP back. Did drop a little bit low there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we reached the point of where I always say how to do the power roll, because the power roll is the power roll in this game. This game doesn't literally hate its power roll, essentially. The hunters in this game are deployed to stop me from reaching adulthood, which I just have. So once it actually happens in the game doesn't pull any punches here. They live with their fucking mistakes. There is no iframes, there is no carry mechanics, there is no fucking around that disrupts the gameplay, the immersion, anything. It's a game of skill, right? So I've got to stage 3, so I get rewarded for this, they get punished for it. We do an insane amount of damage, we have a lot of HP to play with, and we've got a decent amount of armour as well. And we're now fully grown. So you'll see, probably a quick wipe here, if it goes the way it normally does. It's going to be especially quick there as well, because it is bots, as I say, they won't have the positioning they need. Because you can beat stage 3s, but you need very good positioning and pacing on your medics and your supports. Because again, in this ASYM, you actually have to know how to play it to win it. To get rid of Maggie there, so we don't have to face it down now. Would like to get this down ideally before we're going to get the beacon, because it is a bit out of the way. Now we need to go for you again. He's probably going to get that revive off now, 20 seconds. Needs to get rid of the shielding from Manc. And then he's going to revive him with that, for fuck's sake. We need to get over there. Good. Lost the armor now, so we're taking real damage. We will commit to this though, because she's low. She's got another shield, that's fine. We're probably going to get out, I think. 20 seconds. Directional animations, what you saw there. See him reaching up. I just need to poke him. There you go. Nice. Eight seconds. Got a shield drone though. We're not going to have time to kill Daisy here though either, so we'll just go for the down. And then we'll get out because everybody's going to be coming back. Might drop poison soon as well. Getting pretty low. Get the rest of this gun. Those will get back in. Yeah, let's scale the building here, I think. Might down Daisy here, actually. They're all over there. She's on her own. I mean, we'll go over here because these are not the assault, so. Get rid of you. Let me target Ank, just get rid of his shielding. You're getting pushed off now. Obviously you are supposed to hide that a bit better, but again, bots. I was expecting it to move to the side, that's fine. Seconds. Potentially. I kind of need Daisy to be right behind me though, or we're facing another wave here. 5 seconds. She's not right behind me. I don't have time for that now anyway. Well, you're about to see injured animations as well, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got down to a low amount of HP. I've got injured animations. See this? You'll never see this at the top of the genre. Don't say anything about it. Don't complain about it. Nah. You're completely complicit with slop. Is what it is. I've got to be happy with a video game that's fucking inferior in literally every fucking way. Otherwise I'm the evil one, you know? How dare I have standards, you know? How dare you have standards in gaming, ladies and gentlemen? Fuck, you know. Fucking brain damaged. We are facing another wave now. We are slowly pulling this back there as well by the built-in balancing for this game, because I've now got 2 strikes on nearly everybody, which means they are very susceptible to being fully wiped. You'll see how everybody's got strikes. I'm quite low, again, because it's a balanced ASYM. Because they've actually positioned themselves correctly towards the end of this. You're seeing what it's like when it is against players. That was very shit positioning on her though. Go for Hank again. Two birds, one stone. Right. This one. We'll go for Daisy in this instance. Emmett does have pushback on his rockets, so does juggle you off the ground sometimes whenever you're playing as goalie. That's gonna be it though. That's what an ASYM looks like. Just for the boys at the back of the room, you know. Do you know it's the lack of iframes and the lack of shoehorned Twitch clip farming wank that was in that game then? Do you know, like it was an actually enjoyable experience? You know, and I'm not literally going into matches that are like 2 minutes long because I have to fucking slug everybody because there's no hooks, because they're deciding where my side of the objective goes on about, and you know, there's saboteur perks and stuff like that to deny me from doing my objective while they all simultaneously fucking complain constantly about being slugged in all the games and all that kind of shit, you know, actual brain damage, because that's what it is. It fucking is, at the end of the day. It's entitled fucking brain damage. That's what it is, because they cater to it back to back to fucking back. And this is what I always talk about, ladies and gentlemen. This is why flashbangs are bad. This is why C4s are bad. This is why kicking killers in the fucking face on vaulting windows is bad. This is why sabotaging hooks is bad. This is why fight back mechanics in a time-based ASYM is fucking bad. Right? Fucking hell, don't even come to my fucking comments and try to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when I've fucking been here probably twice as long as you have. Fucking does my head in, dude, it really does. I've got more fucking passion for this genre than 90% of these wankers have, honestly. It's fucking embarrassing. They turn up at your comments every time you do a video like this where you're complaining about something, and it's there, it's the same. What rubs me the wrong way about it, ladies and gentlemen, is it's literally identical to the shit you read on Twitter. It is identical. Oh, it's a skill issue. It's a skill issue, you know? All these things where you're locked in place and they can just fucking drop grenades in front of you and you get blinded and all this kind of shit. Oh, it's a skill issue. Skill issue. You should have opened up the in-dev development window and coded your way out of it, you know? Oh, skill issue. Oh, that's kind of wank, you know? The very people who are going on about how I don't play Survivor, the very people that don't fucking play Killer either. But everybody's a fucking 6,000 hour Killer main whenever you say this anyway, so it don't make a blind bit of fucking difference. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not, you know, I'm dying on this hill, fellas. This game's fucking miles better than that wank. It really is. It is. Unilaterally. Animations, atmosphere, gameplay, balance, and fucking immersion. Everything is better than Dead by Daylight. And do you want to know the ironic thing, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm shouting into the mic here? All these fucking brain-damaged individuals coming directly from the depths of Twitter can't fucking fathom that I'm actually on their side when I'm saying this, because I'm trying to get better games for everybody. Survivors and killers. And do you know why? Let me enlighten you. Right, as to why my complaints about bad game design whenever I take stuns and all this kind of shit is bad for you on the survivor side of the picket fence. Because that is the reason you are only facing blights, nurses and ghouls. You are fucking delusioned. It's so fucking painful to see, dude. It is so obvious what is wrong with that game, and you're just willfully skipping through the fucking daisy fields with it. You're completely complicit, accept slop. Oh, we can't complain about the game unless every single player in the actual player base is feeling negative about it. They don't like it, you know. Everybody in this, every how many players is it on average? About 60,000 players a day of Dead by Daylight. Until we get all 60,000 of those individuals to start thinking that the game isn't in a good state, you can't fucking dare complain about it. No. The game's the best it's ever been. Fucking hell, that's something somebody said in my comments the other day as well. The game's the best it's ever been. Fucking hell. I can tell what fucking side of the roster you're on, mate. But it is what it is at the end of the day. I exist because I know what existed prior to it. I know what good ASYMs look like, and I know what high quality games look like. This game's dead because it's got a very shit publisher that can't understand that they're sitting on a fucking cash cow if they actually revive it properly and they dish out 1 or 2 balance patches at the very beginning. That's all they need to do with this game to revive it. What did we do? We tried to revive this game, ladies and gentlemen, by sending out 50,000 fucking keys into a public Discord server and then scratched our heads when they all got scalped and then blamed that as a game issue rather than it being a state of just absolute idiotic fucking marketing. For the same reason that it was when it first got released as well. When there was microtransactions being peddled for the game before the fucking game was even out. You had pre-order bonuses, you had DLC bonuses, all that kind of shit. I didn't mind because I've got a job. But, you know, there was a lot of YouTubers back then as well, the big content creators, you know, the fucking blight on the community and the gaming experience as a whole started fucking whining about how we're turning guns blue for £5, £5, you know, and then proceeded to turn their actual careers into gambling for loot boxes that turn guns blue in Call of Duty. So I assume Call of Duty it must just be different. Call of Duty gets a free pass at fucking microtransactions and egregious bollocks that exists over there, you know. Call of Duty these days as well that's slowly turning into fucking Fortnite. But it is what it is at the end of the day, fellas. I really don't give a flying fuck, mate. This game's better. I really don't give a shit. It is what it is. Animations are better, characters are better, atmosphere's better, gameplay's better. Just because it's not got Michael Myers and it's not got Springtrap in it doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's fucking, it's black and white at the end of the day. It needs 1 or 2 balance patches, that's it. And then they can just fucking go from there. If we was in a sensible timeline, and also a timeline where people actually had fucking standards when they're playing games, you know, these days. Because I'm telling you, fellas, even if you hate me, you hate listening to me like this, you need to fucking raise your standards. You really do, mate. You might think Dead by Daylight's good and all this kind of stuff, but it's not, mate. It's not. It's fucking bottom of the barrel. It really is, mate. We've just had one of the buggiest, glitchiest piles of shit of a release that has ever graced the fucking game, mate. And they've been twiddling they were literally hesitating when we had the Streetwise issue with the perk onto whether to kill switch it or not, you know. And then they decided at the same time, like, oh, now we are going to kill switch it because enough people have complained about it, you know, all this kind of stuff. But we weren't going to do it initially. Nah, we were just going to leave 30-second generators in the game. As long as people are complaining about it, though, yeah, they will do it. Do our job for us, you know, do our job for us. We don't play test the game, we don't fucking touch it. Nah, data sheets, you know. Hooks, kills are proxies for skill. Do you remember that? Whatever it is, as I say, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. I'll see you on the next one.